I would say burlesque is a performance art that brings together a few different things. The first one is that it's a discussion of sexuality or sensuality.
Burlesque is to me it's a performance art.
To me it's a tease, an art form and a tease.
It's not meant to be taken seriously, it's like a cabaret, it can be anything.
It's a combination of things. A lot of people use dance skills, some people sing as well, some people use magic, so it's quite wide-ranging. Initially, I became involved as an audience member. I went to watch shows and I really enjoyed them, and I thought, oh, I wish I could do that. But didn't really ever think that I would.
Previously, I did lots of other dance work. I did cage work and podium work in nightclubs, and I was also in a 70s stage show, which ran for quite a few years.
I do burlesque full-time, so I work freelance, maybe between sometimes one show a week, sometimes 8 shows a week, just depends how they come through. I produce my own burlesque shows as well, and I mostly work in London, but have been performing around the country, like here tonight, and also in Europe, and I've been out to Las Vegas as well.
I'm one of the organisers for the Barnsley Burlesque Extravaganza. I'm one of the founders of it. I set it up with Amberlina Dreamer. She asked, could we do something in Barnsley? A friend suggested here. I spoke to the Trades Club and they said, yes, great, and we've gone from there.
I've been doing Boylesque as a solo performer for about 6 months. However, I've been on this burlesque scene for about 3 years.
I became interested in burlesque about a couple of years ago now. Started going to a lot of shows and then kind of I want to do that, and so went and did it.
Burlesque basically originated in France and Italy, and it was around the late 1700s. It very soon took off and obviously worked its way over to London. Burlesque was originally intended for the lower classes, and it was an art form used to mock the higher classes. It soon died out. It carried on a little while longer in America, and then it eventually died out again. In America, that's where the striptease element of it became quite popular, and they were turned into short skits rather than long theatrical performances. And obviously the rebirth of burlesque in the late 90s in America was all about the tease, and then that's obviously translated back over into the UK again.
I would describe it as it's a very traditional cabaret performance art. It's often about taking the mickey out of something or making a caricature of something. And although a lot of burlesque involves striptease, not all burlesque performers strip, or some only strip a small amount.
I think the biggest misconception about burlesque is that it's basically stripping, which I will admit there is elements of taking your clothes off in burlesque.
And I suppose in some respects, if you're going to nitpick, yes, it is stripping, but it's cabaret, and it's a show, and I certainly don't get paid anything like what a stripper does. That's my argument.
Boylesque is... Well, it's not stripping, as burlesque isn't either. Boylesque is basically the male equivalent of burlesque. And burlesque is to parody, that's the original term of it.
Some people do like to think of it as a completely separate entertainment form. It isn't. The striptease is a very important element for a lot of burlesque performers. Not all. Some people do more cabaret work where they don't do a complete reveal, and that's fine because everyone's different. But I don't think there's anything to be gained from pretending that we don't strip, because we do.
A burlesque performer should go onto the stage with the desire to entertain an audience. That, for me, is burlesque's primary function.
Even saying that it's posh stripping is, to me, not exactly correct at all. It's a shame that it does get branded sometimes, but I think more and more it is changing the perceptions.
A lot of women in Britain have a very negative body image, and it's completely unfounded, really.
Everybody's completely different, big, small, young, old, and that's one of the reasons that I really like burlesque and wanted to be involved, is because it has longevity. So if I do get really, really fat, or if I do get really, really old, which I'm sure I will one day, I don't have to stop. If I want to carry on, I can.
Being a burlesque performer challenges everything that I've ever learned how to do, and that's not only training in musical theatre, which is singing, dancing, acting. It teaches me all about costuming. I run my own business, so years I've spent in management and retail as well.
My day job is very, very different. I can't really take burlesque to my day job because I work on site with drillers and JCBs and hard hat and rigger boots, and to try and throw a bit of glitter in there wouldn't really work.
I don't talk about my burlesque life in my day job. It's not a secret, but I don't broadcast it. If somebody asks me, I will be honest and tell them, but I don't give them any clues as to what I'm doing.
The problem with performances is I've got too many ideas. I've got ideas coming out of my ears. So there isn't enough time and enough money to actually put all of my ideas together.
Lots of mine are character based. So it could be fairy tale things, like I'm doing a Captain Hook one tonight, or a Frog Prince one. Or it could just be some random character I've thought up.
And this one I'm doing tonight, Welcome to Burlesque, I thought it was a good way to open the show. It's a good song. It came from the film. Not all burlesquers like it because I don't feel it portrays burlesque as it should do, but I quite liked it and I thought it'd be a bit of a giggle just to open.
Most of my acts start with the music, and I tend to be listening to something and I'll find that the storyline will just start in my mind.
People think of burlesque and they think vintage, so it's all about giving an audience what they, kind of the very best of what they expect, and then educating them a little more. So I'm inspired by anything, really.
So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and put a huge round of applause and a great big for your first performance tonight. In her first performance, please welcome to the stage the divine, the delectable, the lovely Miss Tallulah Manhattan.
I'm Tallulah Manhattan and I'm performing tonight as the Siren. I did the classes like September to December last year, and at the end we had a big tea party and we all did a piece, like auditioning for the show. And then, because we liked the class so much, we kept like messaging Deadly Nightshades like we would love more lessons, we would love like auditions and stuff. So now we're going to have regular auditions where we all get together, we have some fun, we perform, and someone gets a slot, and I got this slot. I'm not as confident in real life as I think Tallulah present herself to be. Also a lot more glamorous, like every day I just dress like I'm ready for the apocalypse basically. Here I just like being centre of attention and maybe I am somebody here.
It's just great, brilliant. I've been maiding as well, so I've been really getting in with everyone, getting to know everyone and finding out what everyone else is doing. And it's just great to be involved in something, and it's like, it feels like a little tight-knit family. I didn't know back because the dressing around the room was really cold, so I was like shivering out bad, and I was really helping. But once Warren and Duke got on stage, they started ringing, and I was like laughing, and I felt a bit better. And then my bit started, and it just got on with it. And like, I got such a buzz on stage and afterwards, and everyone said lovely things, thankfully. So I'd love to do it again.
I'm Deadly Nightshade and I run Secrets of the Boudoir Burlesque in Sheffield city centre.
I'm part of the Secrets of the Boudoir Burlesque graduation class, so that's what I've been here tonight.
We're here today for our showcase lesson of our class of 2012.
I'd been to a burlesque show in Derby. My partner had got us tickets as a kind of anniversary thing. And then we went to Secrets. We went to one of the Secrets ones at West Street Live. And there was a flyer there for classes.
I run quarterly shows in the city centre. We started teaching lessons, so the business is kind of expanding all of the time. And things seem to be, burlesque seems to be getting more and more popular. And it's
the classes are an absolutely amazing way to really experience what classic burlesque is.
We try to sort of offer a little bit of a different burlesque class, so we want to sort of stray away from the dance element of burlesque and this notation that you have to be a great dancer to be a great burlesque performer, because we don't believe that's necessarily true. So in our lessons we try to incorporate things like hair and makeup, how to create a perfect victory roll, how to create the perfect painted on pout, poses,
corsetry and tight lacing, tassel twirling, as well as nipple tassel making, as well as creating your stage persona. Tight lacing and corsetry, I think I said that one, as well as an opportunity to perform live for your classmates.
I was definitely one of them women that were in audience thinking I'd love to do that, but there's no way with my body, or I wouldn't be coordinated enough to do something like that. And obviously, here I am.
Obviously, we did have to make a decision tonight on who would be suitable to come to a future performance of Secrets of the Boudoir Burlesque. Now, it was no mean feat to pick a winner tonight because you were all absolutely amazing. And if I had the choice, I would put you all on.
My notes now.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, can we put you on the spot? Who did you think? Do you not want to be put on the spot?
Okay. Okay. It's Kay.
Yeah!
There weren't enough time in Foxy Lady to get everything off. Or we are it looking like I was like ripping clothes off it.
The one thing about everybody, I loved you all went with the pace and kept it so well. And the great thing about Kay's is that she went with the two paces and managed to differentiate between the two and pull them off so well.
You were like one of them because you were so seamless.
Yeah.
And that's not to take away from anyone else's performance, but just that you were all fantastic, but she was seamlessly fantastic.
I'm floored. I can't believe I got picked because there were so many good acts. I mean, everyone were brilliant, but I'm pretty happy that I got picked, obviously, but a little bit shocked as well.
I loved tonight because I just thought you just saw everybody kind of blossoming in their own character, and you know there was such a group when we were all dressed up at the beginning. It was such an eccentric group of individuals. We'd all interpreted burlesque in such a wide sort of spectrum of what it could be. So I thought tonight was brilliant.
Just when you think you've found a favourite bit, you do something next week and that's your favourite, and then you do something the week after and that's your favourite. So I think it's just been brilliant from beginning to end.
So now that Lulu has been unleashed, it's quite hard to put her back in. So some of the things like you find myself just kind of gesturing in a different way, and my character Lulu expresses a lot of the comedy in my personality.
It was really great to kind of have good teachers and get the experience that the teachers can give. It was amazing.
Some of my colleagues want to see my film, and I said you can only see my film if you can think of me as a commissioning manager by day and a tassel twirler by night.
Classes have just been brilliant. Met some really nice friends that I'll keep in touch with. Hopefully got a bit of a career in front of me, who knows. And it's more just having some fun and a bit of a laugh, and like realising that you might think, you know, you've got issues with your body and things, but then everybody else, even the most perfect looking women, have got issues with the body.
We like to promote a sort of fun, friendly atmosphere. We want people to come and feel welcome, and we sort of want to entice a new crowd as well. So we make our nights kind of affordable so that your average student, or perhaps not your average burlesque goer, would come and experience the show and get a taste of not only burlesque but vaudeville and cabaret and magic and dance. And so we try and incorporate all elements and make it into more of a variety show.
I think women are, I think it's about an 80-20 split, 80% female audience and 20% male audience. That's the opinion that I've got. And if you do get men, they tend to be with the women, so they'll be in couples or in groups. And I think that just goes to show that it's different to maybe gentlemen's clubs and things like that.
They're a really good laugh, they're good fun, everyone's friendly. It's just a really good night out.
I think women enjoy it because it's about confidence and it's about women feeling confident about themselves, and I think the females in the audience can see that, and that's why they enjoy it.
I think the majority of the audience, I mean I can't comment for all shows, but for Secrets of the Boudoir Burlesque, the majority of the audience are women, and it's generally they get to dress up, have a good time. And who doesn't enjoy dressing up from time to time? Come and have a good laugh.
I think the biggest misconception really comes through ignorance, people not really understanding what burlesque is. It is becoming more popular and more fashionable at the moment, but there's still a lot of people that just don't know what it is. So they assume if you are a burlesque dancer that you are a stripper, a pole dancer, maybe a lap dancer.
If somebody stands up and takes their clothes off, that isn't burlesque. And even though people use sort of tease in burlesque, I don't think that's necessarily what it's about.
If you're a true feminist, in the sense that you want to believe in the promotion of women, then you have to accept that women have a sexual side.
A stripper, obviously, they get the clothes off straight away, and the aim is to spend as much time on stage with absolutely nothing on. Whereas burlesque is opposite.
That women should be able to show that side without it being assumed that that performance is catering to the sexual desires of men.
You take your clothes off over a period of time and you spend the least amount of time on stage naked. And it's just a laugh. It's completely different environment to stripping, completely different.
And everybody should definitely go and see it before they have an opinion on it.
Come along and enjoy it. It's a really good evening. You don't have to know anything about burlesque. It's not a strip show, so it's a lot of fun and cabaret, and there's a lot of other things going on. So just come along and enjoy the show.
My name is Roxy Reveals and I'm a burlesque performer. As soon as I put my fake eyelashes on and my red ruby woo lipstick, then I'm Roxy. As soon as I take that off, I'm geeky Laura. Getting to the performance is the first step, then going to a masterclass is the second step, and then the third step is being on stage. And I'm on Ministry of Burlesque, which is a forum where you can advertise yourself a lot or look through different performances nights and just send them a message with your CV of what performances you do and stuff, and then wait for replies. How long does it take to prepare for a show? It can take a while. Sometimes it can be like an hour, depending on how long you need to get into your costume and get into the zone and stuff. I mean, the shortest is normally like 20 minutes I give myself at the very least. The more time I've got, the better to get into the frame of mind that I want to be in and get into my costume, make sure I've got it all on the correct way, because the quicker you speed it up, then the more likely you are to make mistakes, like forget to put your pasties on or put your bra on instead of your top first, and then when it comes to removing the item of clothing, you've got to remove the other one first, and you can get quite muddled up with that. Being a model and a burlesque performer, it involves being very creative and a lot of research with performances. You have to, if you think of an idea, it's great, but sometimes somebody else could have that performance or have exactly the same idea, so it's hunting through the website, hunting through images, making sure you've not got the same style or routine as somebody. I mean, a lot of people get upset if you use the same music as others, so you have to make sure if you are doing, then your routine is completely different and reflects what you're trying to show, as opposed to what somebody else has already done.
Celebrity, that means somebody everyone knows. They gonna recognize my eyes, my hair, my teeth, my boobs, my nose. From just some dumb mechanic's wife, I'm gonna be Roxy, who says that murder's not an art. Can say she started with Roxy. And I'll appear in a lavalier that goes all the way down to my waist. Here a ring, there a ring, everywhere a ring-a-ling. But always in the best of taste. I'm a star, and the audience loves me, and I love them, and they love me for loving them, and I love them for loving me, and we love each other. And that's 'cause none of us got enough love in our childhoods. And that's showbiz, kid.
She's given up her humdrum life.
I'm gonna be singing
Roxy.